Yinqaarleuhalsuunge ndane ndailahiwiatiltarndi yu inasteut asastit eluhundo latene wat ensalindi ne sketcha enecha zintochak ne papawinli keyo hamuti ne paya hastaktaine enecha nge dane elders ne chakeyo totsak eneta ne papahani enecha pawinli ne mudi tin zuwindo talaskas ne badasin Wini ne bainjain le ta'we itowa yan az ahanat henasatli itowa awetsan yatsatni andinge masin yatsatni anditsin etopa pachaye chandoni chapuzi pendone.
And it's an honor to be amongst all the respected elders here, guests. Like all of you, I'm very emotional. I feel the strength, the courage here. And I'm just so honored that we're here to have it videoed so even our grandchildren and the future generation could be able to witness this great event. You're all here to share with us your knowledge on the traditional medicines.
Our elders left us many gifts for us. They give us faith to emulate. They give us strength to desire. They give us a vision to admire. They give us their words to follow. They give us our names to carry. This has come from our Creator. That's what they say. And at this time, I'm going to give tobacco to each and every one of the traditional healers. Must see.
I just had to turn to my own tradition. Whatever my parents taught me, I still using it today.
I feel very, very honored and humbled to be amongst you. I understand I'm not alone.
My reward will be the day when our people begin to heal. And that's why being here with you today is very emotional, having personally experienced the hardship that our people have been forced to live in comparison to what it was like when we were a free people, when we were connected to Mother Nature. We didn't give up our culture voluntarily. It was cruelly taken away from us. And for that reason, we're a very sick people.
We're taking Indian medicine, our own traditional medicine, like what Sophie does. Those are the best medicines. Those are the things that we should be taking instead of running to the pharmacy for pills, you know.
You don't make medicine where people go. No. You make medicine up on the mountain, where close to water, to lake, to stream. That's how I was taught by my grandmother. We don't buy it. It's out there. You just have a hard time to find it, that's all. I'm really worried about identifying all our plants. We know what is happening out there, eh? And the plants are deteriorating very fast, and if we do not protect these plants, we're going to be the losers.
The forestry don't know anything about the plants or the trees that we use, so they don't understand why we're trying to protect our territory.
Some places, the bulldozers grips everything, you know. And it's very hard for the plants to come back when once they scrape it. They burn it. They do everything. Never come back. Someday they will be in need of it.
For my tradition, like when they make us medicine, we're not supposed to pay them. They don't want any pay for that, because that comes from the land. Anything that you take from the land, you have to put something back. That's what I was taught anyway.
Each and every way, the way we use our medicine, the faith that we have is how strong your medicine's going to be. If your heart is big, your medicine's going to be stronger.
I felt that in order for me to help my children, I had to heal both physically, mentally, socially. And I've worked very hard at it.
If the abuse, because of what happened to me as a young girl and in my later years, the abuse, the sexual abuse that happened to me, the touch, if that was the problem, then I believe that touch is the answer. The good, the healing touch.
You prepare yourself. Sometimes you fast. Sometimes you pray for the person. I always fast myself before I go out.
And our medicine is going to get stronger. In fact, our medicine is going to come back without realizing it.
This is the raspberries, the wild raspberries. I teach that in elementary schools, in schools, anywhere they ask me to. That's why I have flowers on them, so that they won't make a mistake what plant to take. It's in blossom, and this is choke cherries, and it's in blossom. You use 7 bundles of these and 4 of these, and you boil it in about, I'll say about a gallon, maybe 2 gallons, something like that. And then you put it on the stove. You put 7 bundles of raspberries and 4 of the choke cherries. There's nothing hard in it. Put it on the stove. When it starts to boil, then you time it. 2 hours, or how strong you want it. That's good to purify the blood. It's good. It's good for everything. It's very energetic. If once you take it, you can't stop working. You'll never know when you're tired. That's how good it is. That's raspberries and choke cherries. Okay? This, I have it all sent out to be tested. Years ago I did that. This one is red alder. It has to be red, because when you cut a tree, it shows just like a paint. It'll turn orange. That's the right alder. Some alder trees, they say there's about 4 different kind of alder trees. So this is a number 1. And then you don't take it, this one you could take it half a cup twice a day. I forget to tell you. The raspberry and the choke cherry. And this one, you take it by the tablespoon. Sometimes you take 2. Sometimes you take 1. You'll start to feel it if it's working on you. If it starts to work, you'll feel it where the sore is in you. And it became #1 when I had it tested. 1 or 2 tablespoons, not cup. Don't make a mistake. And then you'll get sick. Oh, sure, you'll get sick. And then you'll know that it is working. Okay? That's #1 for cancer, ulcer. First sign of cancer and ulcers. I have saved lots of lives.
I've been mixing juniper, that's with the berries, balsam with pitch, spruce boughs, and devil's slump. I've been mixing those 4 ingredients in one big pot. The big pot that I use usually makes 6 to 7 jugs out of each pot that I make. And so 3 or 4 people that comes to me, I'll have enough for them. And which I said during the summer I've been really busy, and I've been going up to 24 to 30 jugs a week making for people.
In the 80s, 1980, and there I had leukemia. I was sick with leukemia in the hospital in Fort St. James. I stayed there 65 days. Vancouver, I stayed there 1 week. From Vancouver, they sent me home. Then that Betsy Joseph, she boiled some medicine, white rhubarb. That one I was drinking it twice. She boiled some for me. Now I'm still alive. I'm 82 years old. I'll be 83 December.
There's a young guy in Smithers. He must have some kind of illness. He was 23 years old. He was a non-Indian. He was kind of worried that he went bald-headed. He was really worried he's losing his hair. And my mother-in-law was 84 when she passed on. She's using that bear grease quite a bit, and told her son to tell his friend to put bear grease on his head, and the hair will grow out again. So what Willie did was he told his friend about the bear grease and put it where he was losing his hair. He kept putting the bear grease on, and they gave him a jar and told him to come back and to see if the hair will grow out again. And he was a blonde young guy. He says, I'll try anything because I don't like walking around bald-headed. But when he did go back to see Willie, and it's amazing, his hair grew out black color. Last year before Christmas, my son fell, and he did the same thing, and he went to doctor. They gave him some antibiotic, and he was told that he can't work for 2 weeks maybe, because he's not to step on his foot because it was swollen up quite a bit. It was really turning blue, and I told Andy, I said, I have some bear grease over there. You have to put it on. It's amazing, it works. And I rubbed some bear grease on his ankle because it was swollen up pretty bad. And then I put warm woolen socks on him. And the next day he came to me and he says, Mom, he says, it's really amazing. The swelling has gone right down. So the bear grease does work.
Low blood pressure. It's a new hatat and the marrow of it. It raw. Betsy, she fixed it for me. She cooked that rhubarb, white rhubarb, and she gave me some of that for our blood, that one too. That one too, it's true, because I've been eating that too. Moose marrow, at Angye.
Yes.
She learned me how to make eye medicine. We put sugar, he make it real soft with hammer, clean hammer, and a clean silk to put it on. And every morning I put that sugar in his eye, and I keep on this with other different kind of medicine. Sasmichan, do it. Like this kind, that's Sasmichan. We call it Sasmichan. They always clean it out, the outside one, and we just get the green one inside. And we put little bit of water with a clean cloth, about 4 or 5 drops. After that sugar, I put it on this. And then a week time, my brother Antoine, I heard he went out. He said, my eyes starting getting better. I can see across the lake now. It's happened this morning.
There was a breakout of TB in 30s sometime. I seen her boiling that balsam bark, what I see over there, and then this vine again, the nichtan, juniper, and that cranberry, high bush cranberry stems of it, and little bit of this soapberry stems. That's what I seen her mixing and boiling it. And whenever it's bitter, like we use little bit of honey in it.
Just one woman in Prince George make me Bruce Birds, what they call it, and bear grease, him half mixed, and that thing 2 kinds, but it's good for asthma. I had asthma for last 13 years, and Williams, he doesn't want to. Every time they come from Takla, so make this to medicine for me.
Popular bark, use it to deworm yourself, boil it, the bark until the water is green, drink it next day, followed by extracts to clear out whatever is in your stomach. Mountain ash, this could be used by itself as raspberry stems, cranberry stems. Boil them together, drink it for cold sick, good for when you're coughing. This is what I do with my medicine.
This is another plant that is good. It saved my life, I'll tell you. This is juniper. Either the berries or the way it is, you cook it. This, the whole plant, I don't touch the roots, I just use the stems because I want it to grow, you know. I don't. And then this is good for the kidneys, those who have kidney infection. If you got sore back, that means that. So this is the medicine. And then another thing, I raised my grandson And I wet the bed every day. Wet the bed, kept me busy, holy cow. And then I cooked this one and I told him to drink it. From that day, he never wet the bed. That's good for that.
Mostly I put more raspberry, wild raspberry in. I take the skin out of the raspberry tin and I use the inside one. I scrape the inside one. I make about 8 or 9 cans and I put it in there. That's the most important thing, that raspberry can. It purifies your blood. Everything that is in here, it's for something else, different type of things in your body. Our young people, most of our young people, I'm trying to teach them. They say they want to learn. I said, you have to learn about that. Most of them, they have it written down.
A pregnant woman, she was losing her baby about 4 or 5 months gone. And she goes to the doctor from every week, from time to time. They finally sent her down Vancouver about a week after she came home. And she said she has to lay down until the baby going to be born. And she's a non-native, so I don't think she'll ever drink that medicine. Maybe I should try her, I thought. And then she's laying down, and I told her all that time, 4 or 5 months, you got to lay down. Yes, she said, to save my baby. And then I asked her, if you try my medicine, maybe I'll make it mild. Would you try it? She said, I'll do anything to save my baby. So I boiled up some medicine for her, and she started drinking it. That was that juniper and vine. We call it Traditionall. Maybe you know what it is. In our language, Traditionall. I didn't want it to be too strong. The others, I left it out. Just 2 I did. And she started drinking it. She said, Mom, how come I start giving me diarrhea? Well, all that bad stuff in your body got to get cleaned out. That's what is good. If you do that, is working on you at all. If your body all cleaned out, then it's going to start working on you. She's drinking it, and then she, about a week, 10 days, walking around, whistling around. Gee, Mom, is really good for me.
Is to pass on all what you know to help the future generation. I try to pass it on to help people. I like to help my people. It's no use for me to keep everything to myself. Nobody will use it. So why not give it out?